What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and welcome to my review for the CHI Episode 7. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and also click that like button. I'm trying to get 50 likes for this video. Please continue to support me on Patreon and PayPal, and let's get into it. Now, when we see the CHI come in, we see Sonny and Panama Jack Q, and they sitting there conversating, and then we see Emmett walk in, and then he's asking Emmett to do some work, and Sonny try to give him the warning, don't do it, but he follows along anyway. And then Q shows him in the back deep freezer all these guns, and he say, what you want to do with it? He say, we gonna help out the community. Then we cut to Kevin, and he's putting on all this cologne, smelling like a French whore. And so what we then see is his sister come in saying, what you doing with Emmett's cologne? And he say, my bad, I'm just trying to smell good for this girl I like. She say, you like her? What's special? He like, well, she cute. She say, don't be objectifying, I'll help you. Then we cut in and we see Gravy and Brandon's mama and Jerica, and they are putting together the little proposal for her to list the property. And Brandon walks in after jogging, and he like, what's going on here? And so then she's so bogus, she can't even look him in the eye because she knows she wrong for what she did. And they saying, well, we just want her to list the property because we can't trust the other people. And so she walk on off, and then Gravy saying, hey man, you know you ain't gonna get back with that no more. And he say, man, it ain't no time for jokes. Meanwhile, we see Panama Jack and Emmett, and they pull up at this church where they doing a buyback for guns. And he pull up in the little Sanford and Son pickup, looking like a young Lamont, and he come on, get up out of there, Emmett and Pops, and they say, how much are you giving for the guns? She say, well, we giving $100 in gift cards. He say, well, here, I got a few, no questions asked, right? So then he pull open the back of the truck, and they see all these guns, and they like, well, this is more than we expected. We might not be able to give this all to you. You take gift cards too? He like, yeah, I'll take the gift cards, and throw in some of them baked goods too, and we call it even. And so they like, you sure, where'd you get him? He say, hey, you said no questions asked. Next thing you know, he sees Tracy walking down the street. Look like he want to say something, but she just looks at him and then turns her head and keep it moving, so he don't say nothing. Meanwhile, young Lamont is looking like, damn, Pop's got a lot going on. So when Tracy get inside the church, she sees all these old school ladies in there. First thing they do is they jump all over her, hating, talking about your son, the basketball player, got killed. She like, yeah. They like, they gave your son a mural. They did this and that for your son. They didn't do nothing for my son. And she like, well, yeah, that sucks. I understand. That's why you feel that way. And so they kind of a little salty and whatever, like it's her fault. And they like, yeah, well, you know, if you here looking for a bunch of crying shoulders, this ain't the place. She like, well, I don't know what I'm looking for. They like, have a seat, girl. And so then we come to Fats, looking like a fat Green Lantern, Papa, and he's sitting there with the crew, color me bad. And so they ready to do the little play, the Rainbow Brights, and he's saying, man, watch her mess up. She always mess up. He like, you don't know that. And he like, yeah, I do. Watch. And so she gets right there, and Andrea starts to talk, but then she like gets stage fright, and she can't get no words to come out. And then Papa starts snapping on her, and the next thing you know, Kevin jumps to defend his love, talking about, Papa, you need to shut up. You need to leave her alone. And so she like that. She starts smiling. Meanwhile, they sitting there and then talking or whatever, and Papa's still getting on her. He like, dude, shut up. And Andrea and her friends come over talking about, y'all want to go skating with us? So he's smiling. Yeah, I'll come. And so he happy. He got a little roller date. Meanwhile, we see Blackbeard come talking to the cops. They like, man, they got all these guns, man. We don't know where he got them from. He like, yeah, this is a problem. So now he pissed. He making a phone call. Meanwhile, we see Emmett's mama, she going to work, and she all smiles, and then old boy talking about, hey, they know about the stuff missing. She like, well, I didn't do it. They like, it's cameras. They want to see you now. So then she go in there, and dude is asking her, why don't you have a seat? She like, what's this about? He like, you know it's cameras in the stock room, right? So she about to get the axe. Meanwhile, Brandon is at the job, and he cooking and everything, and the chef calls and brings him to the side. He say, hey, it's a box of fish mission. You know what happened? He like, no. He like, well, I want you to figure it out. He like, why me? So, like a dumbass, he actually tries to investigate, he finds out it was his boy. And so he telling his boy about the fish. He like, well, you ain't gonna snitch. He like, no, just get the fish and bring it back. So he trying to make an arrangement for him to bring the fish back. Then Brandon, he leave talking about, I gotta go and handle some stuff for my mom. I told you about that, right? So she like, yeah, but it looked kind of suspicious all of a sudden. But she lets him go. Meanwhile, we see Emmett looking like a young Lamont with Sanford and Son, and he's sitting there and he's asking Panama Jack, asking, you know what it is I do? He like, well, I guess you hustle. He like, hustle? I run shit. And so he probably put fear of God in Emmett right there. Meanwhile, we see Tracy walking down the street, and here come old Booger Beard coming around looking like a wino, calling her. So she stopped. Yeah, what is it? What you want? He like, I want to talk to you. Why you didn't tell me that Jason had a baby on the way? She like, that baby may not even be his. That baby could be anybody. He like, he loved her. She like, yeah, that girl was tripping. She wanted him to drop out of the basketball team and don't go to school. He like, well, you don't know what is going on. She like, I do. She wasn't nothing but trouble. She like, why you didn't tell me? He said, Jason was embarrassed of you. He thought you was a bum, a wino, and so that kind of made him feel stupid. Meanwhile, we see Brandon trying to actually solve the crime, and so he goes with his boy over there to get the fish, and lo and behold, it's the dude that robbed him for that money when he was trying to buy the gun. So he's salty like, oh man, it's your ass. You done took my money, you owe me. And he like, well look, let's keep it cool. I don't want my mom to know. He like, well, you need to hook me up with that red snapper. So he get a little snapper. Meanwhile, we see Reg, he trying to roll up a bliggity, calm his nerves, and then he get a knock at the door and it's Trice. So he look on his phone, he come and open the door. He like, hey, what's up, man? He like, hey, what's up? You ain't gonna invite me in? So he let him come on in, and let Big Boy stand and watch at the door. So he tried to offer him a little drink, some libations, and he like, nah, I don't want no drink, man. Give me a little juice. All he had was a little juicy juice box from his brother. He like, I drink this, but what the hell is this? He like, man, what happened? How these old dudes come in here and kill everybody and take all our shit? He like, hey man, I told you we should have got rid of them dudes. He like, hey man, we'll do that. But where were you? He like, I was with a girl. He like, hey man, what you gonna do with that gun? You gonna shoot me with it? Put it on the table. So he put it on the table. He walked up to him. He like, don't you know if that would have happened, my boy would have ripped your brother's arms off and killed him with it? So he pick up the gun. He like, man, I ain't gonna do nothing. And he like, man, don't shoot me, man. I gotta take care of my brother. He like, what the hell does that got to do with me? And next thing you know, he just pistol whips him and beat him like he stole something. Split his cheek, beat him to the white meat, beat the boogers out his head. Boy, he beat Reg bad. Reg got beat, bloody, fell on the floor. Then he cocked the gun. And once he heard that click-clack, he knew something was about to go down. And he looked up at him like, come on, man, don't kill me. He like, next time something like this happens, I'm going to take your life. You need to get this shit figured out. So then he leave the gun, wrap it in that towel, and leave. Meanwhile, we see Kev's little my two moms, and he asking, can he go to the roller rink? They like, who going? And they like, oh no, you can't go with Jake and them unless we go. He didn't want them to go, but they ended up going anyway. So when they get to the rink, they all lovey-dovey and next to each other. He like, why don't y'all stay over here and stay on the other side? Because he was embarrassed of them. And so then he go over to where his friends is and meet up with his crew, Jake and Big Papa. And then the next thing you know is this other boy. He come over like, yeah, what's up? I thought I was the only brother here. What's going on? He shake up with them, but he don't shake up with Jake. And Jake kind of salty. They like, man, what's wrong with you, Jake? He like, man, I'm about to beat him down, man. He got problems with my brother set and this and that. He like, come on, man, please don't do it. And I'm begging you. So next thing you know, the girls roll on through. Large, Marge, and Andrea and the crew. And he's saying, yeah, how you doing, Andrea? You want to roller skate? She like, no, not right now. And then Big Mama say, I'll roller skate with you. And he like, no, not right now. And he say, by the way, Andrea, you got a nice shaped head. I like the way your head's shaped. She like, what? You like the way my head's shaped? He like, and everybody looking at him like, this dude ain't got no game. He like, somebody like, you mean you think she's pretty in the face? He like, yeah, that's what I mean. He like, so you want to skate? She like, maybe later. So they leave. Everybody laugh. Man, you ain't got no game. You sound stupid. So they go playing basketball, and he's sitting there wondering what he should do next. Everybody all broke off in their little crews. The little other boys are staring at Jake and them. Jake like, man, he better stop staring. He lift up his shirt like he was Ice Cube and Boys in the Hood. He got his little pistola on him and shit. And Kev and Papa like, whoa, don't bring that out, man. Just chill. And so he like, man, let's try to get with the girls. So he like, man, what you gotta do is you gotta be mean. He like, no, I'll be nice. He like, look, my brother got all the girls and he always mean. Go over there and ask the fat girl, for a dance if she want to roller skate. So he going over there, ask her if she want to roller skate. And when she get up, she whisper, I got your man. And so then they go roller skating and holding hands and everything. Meanwhile, we see Brandon, and he is coming back with the little fish, the Fish Wish Junior, and he's trying to replace it, talking about, here, we found the fish. He like, who had it? And he had already told her who he thought had took it, and he didn't think she would tell. And so the chef like, did you take it? He like, no. He like, well, look, throw it away. I can't do nothing with it. He like, what you mean? I got the fish. He like, I don't know where it's been. I want you to fire your boy. He like, man, I'm not gonna fire him. And he like, well then, throw that away. So then instead of doing that, he walks off talking about he quit. So she tries to come out and convince him not to quit. He like, hey, I don't rat on my friends. He should have just said, look, I'm not the supervisor here. Unless y'all gonna promote me, what you trying to have me do your job for? He should have never tried to solve that Fish Wish caper anyway. Meanwhile, we see Brandon now. He going over to get his stuff from Jerica, and she acting all stupid and stuck up. Still don't want to hear him explain, which he should have just explained anyway, whether she wanted to hear it or not. You can't turn your ears off. But then she asked him about a job, and he done told her that he quit his job and all the stuff. So now he look like a total mess now. Meanwhile, we see Emmett. He getting out the Sanford and Son pickup. He get dropped off at Miss Biggie's. And so Miss Tiny's, and so he going to pick up his son, and she talking about, you late on the money, I need some money. So he give her the money, just like he got money from Pops, Panama Jack, easy come, easy go. So now he going to take his son to the crib, and his mama sitting there drinking on some sham pipple, and he asking what's wrong, because she basically done got the axe at the job. Nah, just for helping out Booger Beard Ronnie. Now we see over in the Steppers corner, we got Kev and his crew, and he trying to holler at Andrea, and they a little jealous that he was roller skating with Big Mama, and she's like, look, I'm sorry I got caught up with everything going on, but I can make it up to you. He like, what? How you gonna do that? And then she lean in and give him a kiss, and that just like brightened his day. That just made the best feelings in the world for him. And then Big Mama saw it, and she was a little mad, like, damn, all the stuff I did, it still ain't worked. Meanwhile, we see back at Emmett's house, he get a knock at the door. He go to the door, and of course, who could it be other than his baby mama? And she talking about when he let her in that she want EJ back. And so now he looking all shook and confused, like what he should do in the mama, which he should have just told her, nah, it's too late. You ain't stable. I'm going to take care of him. You good. Meanwhile, we see Panama Jack. He goes to Sonny's, and then he sees that Sonny laid out on the floor leaking. So he wondering, oh man, what happened with Sonny? He over here bleeding like a stuck pig. And so he goes to see Sonny, and then right when he's reaching over, the next thing you know, Reg pulls out the gun on him and like, yeah, old man, you need to bring it on over here. I'll see your ass. And so now he know he got caught with his pants down. And so now he looking at Reg wondering, oh man, this dude, he done got pushed to the edge, and now I don't know what I'm going to do. Meanwhile, we got to see what's going to happen next week and how he going to get out of that. Thanks for watching. I know this show is starting to get a little more interesting. They should have been made a move on Panama Jack. I don't know why they didn't give him as much leeway as they did. That ain't really as realistic as it would be. In the end, thanks for watching. Continue to subscribe, like, check out my other videos. Continue to support me on Patreon and PayPal. And I'll see you next time. Peace.